What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Grounded 2 Playgrounds. Smash that like button, consider hitting the subscribe, and let's get into it. First things first, this is my brand new Playgrounds map. Now, hear me out on the concept. So the game concept is called Colony Park. Let me start it off and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So when you first start, you spawn in this building. The first thing you're going to see is this marker. Now you can run up to it and activate, and you're going to get a little message saying, "Welcome to Colony Park. Proceed to the main gate." Now you do also have these little signs because the little messages, they tend to disappear pretty quickly. So if you miss it, you've got these little messages here that you can read all the time at any time, just so you know what you're doing in the game. Okay, so once that disappears, it now shows the marker at the front gate. Now, if you haven't picked up on the concept yet, Colony Park, come on, click to it, mate, click to it. Alright, to the next one. Okay, once again, you have a sign here, or you can flick your switch. It seems that someone has decided to entrap the bugs in the park. So let's finish off the message on the board. Can you please help release the bugs? So you can now see you have a new marker all the way over there. So let's go. So the next marker is going to bring you all the way over here to the burgle. All you need to do is go underneath it. Make your way under here. Now you're going to find this little section here. As you can see, you can't actually open the doors. They are locked. Now you have your little sign here to read. However, obviously the marker's showing you this here. Scan this. And it says, they've captured a red ant buggy. If you can release the bug, it will, and once again, because it disappears, this is why I've added these right here. It will help you find who's behind this. Then press the red button. So there's my red ant buggy. He's right here.
Roadster of the bug world.
Now, as you can see, the next marker is telling me to press the red button. So let's press that. Help the bugs. Proceed to the next marker. Don't forget to put your bug in the nest first. So here's your nest right here. Don't forget to put the buggy in there, mate. There we go. That way we can spawn him in whenever we want.
Woo! Let's go.
There we go. So now that that's disappeared, it has come out with 2 markers. So we need to make our way to the next markers. Let's go.
Woo! My heart is pumped.
So upon arrival of this marker, you all know where this place is. Anyone who's played Grounded 2, they're going to know what this place is. So let's go.
Science!
Science? I like it raw.
It says collect your Omni Tool. So we collect the tool.
Hey! Wish I'd had one of these back in Tully's yard.
Now the next marker comes up, which was over here, showing you this. Once again, you have a sign. It says upgrade your Omni Tool to have Omni Hammer. So we go into it. What do we need for the Omni Hammer? All we need is 2 pebblets and 1 sap. Because we've already got the raw science that we collected on the way through the front door. Let's go. Yeah, we have everything that we need in order to upgrade the hammer. Let's do it. Hammer has been upgraded. Okay, as you can see, the next marker is all the way over there. Let's go.
I got nothing but respect for worker ants.
Alright, so the next marker leads you to these gates. Now, if you run up to the gates, obviously they're going to be locked once again. So, you flick the switch. It says that didn't seem to work. Maybe try the override switch in the tower. So once again, now you got this marker showing up in the tower. And you can see that the lights are red. So if we go up there. And as you can see, it's locked. So we can't get into the tower. And you might think this is the switch, but it says the door has a security lock. Find and hack the 2 transmitters to open the door. Now once again, all these have the extra little sign here just to, you know, give you an idea of where you need to be going. Now, as you can see, the next marker is in here, and there is another one up there. So, first of all, let's go to this one. So before tackling this next marker, I knew that I needed to get a bit more leveled up. So I managed to get myself some armor and a weapon, and I built a little camp. Now let's go.
I ain't gonna walk around in the dark like an idiot.
Alright, so you come to this section where you're going to need that hammer. This is why I told you to upgrade your hammer. As you can see, the next marker is up here. So all you need to do is hack this transmitter. And as you can see, this marker will disappear and it says, when both transmitters are hacked, return to the tower. So you can see the next transmitter's up that way. Let's go. Now that I've made it back to camp, as you can see, the tower lights are still red and the gates are still locked. So we need to hack this next transmitter in order to open these gates. So as we come closer to this transmitter, this is where things start to get a little bit more harder and a little bit more dangerous. So as you can see, it's leading us up under the hedge here. But right out front, this is where you're going to find your first enemies. Shouldn't be too hard. And then you're going to find your transmitter right here. Okay, it says hack all transmitters, then return to the tower. Same as on the sign. Just in case you missed the message. So now you can see the next marker's popped up. Let's get going. Now that we're back, you can see the light has switched from red to green. Let's see if we can gain access now. So the door is open and unlocked. Now you can see the markers pointing us to this switch. So let's flick this one. And the gate opens. Once you come down, as you can see, the next marker has arrived. Unfortunately, I do have a bit of a glitch there where I need to make this marker disappear, but I'll get onto that. I forgot about these enemies. Okay, now entering in.
Push a button, get a bug.
You can see the next markers up here at the top. Let's go up there. Alright, there is another switch and another sign. So this one says, it seems like they were holding something big in here. Whatever it was, it's escaped. Make your way to the next area to investigate. Alright. Once you flick the switch, it will just basically say the same thing. And it will show the next marker. You can see he's all the way over that way. Let's go. So the next marker brings us all the way across the other side of the park, near the picnic bench, and into the bushes right here. Before I even go in there though, I'm going to build a bed because I just, I got a feeling there's going to be something in there, mate. I got a feeling. Don't ask me why. It's not. It's not like I built the map or anything, Okay, so as you can see, there's something glowing inside here. Let's go in. And we've found our next area. Let's see how we go against these guys. Ooh, ooh, oh! Alright, now that we're taking out those enemies, a little bit more difficult than what I expected, we can now come back to this marker. Now as you can see, there's something strange going on around here. I'm not too sure what it is. They do have a lady beetle that's caged up inside this cage. As you can see, you can't get him out. And then you can see they're starting to put these orc receivers all over the place. What is going on? I don't know. But let's hit the next switch and find out. Okay, so nothing happened here other than the gate opened and we released the lady beetle. So I'm going to explain what we're doing. So that's as far as what we've got with the story so far. Not too bad. I think it's alright. It's a, It's a spin on like Jurassic Park with Colony Park. If you haven't quite guessed yet, you know, if you didn't guess that, write it in the comments down below, mate. Write it in the comments down below. But that's kind of the idea that I'm going at. Is someone's going around the park and they're trying to capture the bugs to make them into their own exhibits and to do testing on them. That's the whole idea of it. Eventually you're going to work your way through all the missions and stuff, and you will find out what happens in the future. So we're going to continue to build this. In saying that, we are going to leave this episode here. So hopefully you all enjoyed it. Smash a like button, consider hitting that subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. See you later!